Хентер 8480 из Наур Лайф. Стриминг Геншин Импакт, делаю что-то.
Что-то делаю. Холодно, холодно, однако. Какие штуки. Аж целый багатый сундук. Ох. Ох. Пожалуйста. Вот, блять. Прибыватель найти. Вот хорошо. Ура. Так, нагревать. Сколько что еще надо собирать? Еще один. Один. Отряд.
At the ready. Incoming.
Пять. Так, ладно, где ж найти еще пару монстров, блять? Парочку бы еще найти. Было бы хорошо. Хорошо было бы. Так-то да. Ну ладно.
Слышь, крокодил будешь.
Так, блять, только зашел в эту говнину, блять. Какой крокодил, блять? Кто тут в жопу крокодил? Если бы я в говнину не заходил бы, я бы, может, пошел.
Рисовать, угадывать.
Не хочу я ничего рисовать, угадывать. Я зашел в говнину сделать говниные дела.
Ля ты помидор.
Как вообще отдумал.
Incoming. Incoming. With sword from shadow. Don't blink. Wind, hear me.
This isn't good. Burst forth, witness the great undertaking.
Incoming. With sword from shadow. Don't blink.
Burst forth.
Go, go, Barry! Speed of pace! Don't blink!
Крокодил. Крокажу. Так. Отлично. Крокодил, крокажу. Ой.
Incoming. Hey!
Coming to be.
Для тебе ли не СКН тыкать?
Speed of light.
Я не понял, что сказал. Сейчас почитаю. Да, блядь.
With sword comes shadow.
Средняя кнопка мышки.
Оно у меня не нажимается на среднюю кнопку мышки, как мне надо, блядь. Я нажимаю так. Я нажал, оно вот камеру выровняло мне, блядь. Средняя кнопка мышки, блядь. Надо зажимать ее, блядь, делать мне нечего. Мне удобнее по-другому. Куда идти? Круто, мы что-то достаточно следом.
Speed of light.
Сука.
Incoming.
Я забыл.
Go, go, bear. Incoming. Speed of light. Hey!
Рома. А, нет.
Incoming.
Coming to be. I swear by my sword.
Speed of
Вроде ж куда надо кидала. Ну ладно.
Coming to be.
Да блядь.
Don't blink.
Куда машется он? Заранее.
Incoming.
Ну ты и писюн.
Burst forth.
Don't blink. Don't blink.
Ну ёб твою ж, блядь, дивизию.
Speed of light.
Burst forth.
Don't blink. Don't blink.
Ани. Слишком сложно. Слишком сложно. Сундук.
Don't blink. Go, go, no escape. Nowhere to hide. Speed of light. Speed of light.
Блять. Боевой талант. Офигеть.
Speed of light.
Live! Feel this ancient power.
Don't blink.
Barbados, guide us.
Income. Hey. Go, go, bear.
Burst forth.
Ах, так, идем дальше. Дальше. Сюда. Бездомный аппетит. Кстати, там какой-то я получил инструмент на обнаружение ресурсов в Люе. Но я так и не понял, как его сделать. Я-то нашел, где эти инструменты, я уже вот аппарат-то получал, а вот что дальше с ним делать, я не понял. Чем тебе кормить, блядь? Ты чё, охуел, черт? Блядь. Не понял я, блядь, нам обычно, наверное, диалоги, блядь. Вот оно. Да, блядь, я не то нажал. Так, открыть задание. Что тут близко есть? Лень их уничтожать идти. Ой, блядь. Так, ладно, сдохни. Блять. Ладно, чё, блять, уровни сердечки, блять, чё за рофл? Непонятно.
But you didn't let me finish.
Пас. Золотистый краб.
Join the adventure.
Ай. То есть на них охотиться? Смысл-то есть хотя бы какой-то? Я вот этот получил, блядь. Где эта инструкция? Химический чертеж. Где эту штуку, блядь, найти? Я же ее уже получил. А, надо густую смолу научиться делать. А, в алхимии, блядь. Все, я понял, блядь. Ладно, так. Я хотел бы пойти пособирать цветки. И не цветки. И цветки надо пособирать. И этот тот. Он, блядь, ну такое. Ой. Собирай. А они нихуя, наверное, и не заспавнились.
Incoming. Nowhere to hide.
Moment of birth.
Окей. Так, телепорт.
Add as.
Бля, их нет. Гора хуила. Есть или нету?
Onward.
Time for some training?
Не, ну, блядь, а где тут что? Внимание, я. Ёбаный рот. Понимал. Это мне нахуй надо. Так, все же не тот. Я уебал журавля, походу. Да, не мат. Я интересно. О, тут один. Я вроде вчера не собирал, блин. Только ждать. Снится. О, сундук. О, понимаю, ладно, тогда похуй. Что делать? Алло, ассистент нужен, ебать. Ассистент хочу.
Just sharpen my spear.
Это у меня только эта мразь есть. А, блядь.
Race you.
проблемы. Проблема есть, у нее проблемы, блядь, вся охуеть.
Race you!
Уже ассистент тут занят.
Incoming!
Come into being.
Speed of light! Race you! Boba!
Ряжно. Да, ебел.
Nice and spicy!
Ох, блядь.
Wait, hear me. Barely a scratch.
Nice and spicy!
Блядь, сука. Ёбаный рот. Блядь. А, ненавижу.
Got lucky that
Да
time.
ё, вроде ж не зона.
You're toast!
Отлично. Отлично. Ничего дельного не выпало. Просто отлично. Прям класс. Ладно, пошли еще Гео попробуем ебать соло. Гео я еще со соло ни разу не убивал. Я не понял, как его ломать. Честно говоря. А что в конце было у Гео? конце... Блять, я забыл, что в конце в Геокуба, блядь, делать. Сука. Что ж там в конце делать-то надо? Кто-то бы напомнил, а? Там ломать башни, потом пиздить этот. Потом пиздить то, пиздить это. Блять, а что в конце делать-то? В конце он там, блядь, появляются бочки эти ебучие, блядь. Ты чё, хуй знает, блядь, чем ломать, блядь. Я забыл, блядь, как он играет. Ладно, сейчас узнаем, блядь. Будет бой минут на 10, блядь. С этим дело залупами. Ломают письменный отряд, блядь. Ты чё, блядь? Нажал отряд, блядь.
My demon expelling mantra is ready.
Ну я хуй знаю, короче, сейчас посмотрим, что случится, блядь. Может случится посос, блядь, нахуй.
Gooba, get them!
A touch of frost.
Убьется. Стою, блядь, никто его ломать до конца.
After all,
Охуеть, ну просто, ну класс, блядь, так ебало. Вот это надо сломать, сука. Как его, блядь, сломать? Твою мать. Охуеть, блядь. КП что-то много, блядь, вот во всех.
Speed of light!
forth my blade.
Don't blink!
Блядь, опять сломал ту башню. Джин, нужна ульта, блядь.
Don't blink! Hey! Got lucky that time.
Ульты нет, блядь.
Speed of
Ага, понял.
Don't blink!
Чё-то, конечно, не дало, блядь.
Incoming! Hey! Speed of light!
A touch of frost.
Speed of
Блядь, такая сука, мне нужна. КП, блядь. Довольно-таки много,
Nowhere
блядь.
to hide.
твою жопу, блядь, он еще одних нас настроил. Ну ты хуй.
Barbados, guide us.
Don't blink.
Нет. По мне. Ох, я буду очень долго его, блядь, убивать, походу.
Got lucky that time. Don't blink. Got lucky that time.
One with my blade. Spirit blade.
Incoming.
Так, сейчас будет самое главное. Я не помню, чем ломать эти штуки. Эх, блядь. Ну ладно, там осталась одна. Опять писюня.
Don't blink.
Wait, hear me.
Ура! Отлично. Это было очень долго. Если, конечно, хороший лук, но какой-то. Получить. Пройдите 3 подземелья, артефакты. Благословение, артефакты. Блять, алло, есть кто на месте? Кирилл Суров. Блядь. Что за подземелье, благословение, артефакты, блядь? Кирилл, анима. Вот это синё. Вот это нам, наверное.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there. Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go. 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 I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it. I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
Делаю. без артефактов, блядь, ладно, блядь. Нулевый один. Эм,
Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go. Incoming. Hey!
Блять, могу не залезть. Блять, скорее всего, не долезу, сука.
I will not.
А, заебись. Просто пошло оно всю пизду, блять. Ну что за рофлы, блять. То ты думал, чё ж он, блядь, не активировал?
of light. Hey! Don't blink!
The heavens are smite. Uh-huh. And what do you want? Come on.
We've heard you've got tons of old books lying around, and we want to borrow the Leo.
Huh. Don't. After the chasm was sealed up to pay off my debts, I had no choice but to... Wrong. That... Unless you have other business here...
Please tell me that you didn't.
Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
What? But we don't.
That work wasn't... But over time, it was barely any copies of the...
The later edition
Yes, that's right.
You mean you...
Yes.
Hey, Chang. You've got some nerve keeping me and my boss waiting like this. I'm sure you don't need me to...
Oh... But you know I can't afford to give a 70%...
That's your business.
Whoa there, friend. Come on.
Just who do you think you...
My liege, I am but one who comes to the aid of this gentleman in his moment...
Guhua clan? Did you hear this clown? He thinks he's a Guhua master. Oh, there was me thinking the last granddads of Guhua.
Justice is blind to our backgrounds, my friend.
Get a load of this guy. And you, Chang, you're selling that core lab.
So, just to come back to what we were talking about earlier,
Oh, what does it matter?
3 long years I have waited for this day.
All right, give it a rest.
Hey, where are you?
Now I can get back everything I lost.
Incoming. Hey!
О, хорошо. Блядь. Живот.
Speed of light. Incoming.
Да, она меня направляет, нихуя не понимаю. Стенку, блядь, что ли?
blink. Don't blink. Don't blink. I'll be fine. I'll be
Да что ж ты, тут дэмэдж, блядь, огромный
I'll
бывает.
be fine. Over here.
Прям пиздец какой-то.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. With sword punch, get over here. Don't blink.
Твою мать, блядь.
Incoming. Hey. Incoming. Hey. Wind, hear me. Speed of light. I'll be fine.
Гонишь, блядь, что ли? Ой, блядь, тут какой пиздец. Ну, не ферится по два, как обычно, падает.
Race you.
Да, блядь, ты дум, блядь, куда надо? Иди нахуй.
Nice and spicy.
Иди нахуй. Долбоёб, тупо, блядь.
Incoming. Hey!
One with my blade.
Some in the field research?
Я не помню, каком нормально.
With sword comes shadow.
You're open. Cross. Come into being.
Speed of pace. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Hey! I swear by my sword.
One with my blade. Live moments of birth. Submit for judgment.
Don't blink. With sword comes shadow. Don't blink. Got lucky that time. Got lucky that time.
Live moments of birth.
Don't blink.
Как умру. Охуеть.
I swear by my sword.
Submit for judgment. A touch of frost. Live.
Incoming. Hey! Cut to the chase.
Come as a witness, a great undertaking. tingle?
Wait, hear me.
That tingle?
Sword from shadow.
That tingle?
Forth, my blade. From whence you came.
Live! Moments of birth.
Don't blink.
Have a little taste. That tingle? That tingle?
Cut to the chase. Speed up.
Off with you!
Заебал. Да, ладно.
Come into me! Moments of birth.
Don't blink.
Блядь, только поставишь круги, блядь, все отойдут, блядь.
Cut to the chase.
That tingle?
Got lucky that.
Barbados.
Moments of birth.
Very blade.
That tingle?
Nowhere to hide.
That tingle? Come into me!
Got lucky that time.
Nowhere to hide. Over here.
Swift and merciful. Feel this ancient power.
I got careless.
Swift and merciful. Submit for judgment. Burst forth.
Over here. Let me amuse myself.
Как же оно заебало. Ох, что-то заебал-то, да. Охуенно. Охуенное место. Класс. Классная, пиздатая. Так, ладно. Что охуенно. А. Бля, выпало вообще не то. Лол. Лол.
I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all
Gotcha.
working hard.
Don't blink!
Бля. Есть там кто живой? Вы, блядь, рисовальщики. Нужен ассистент, ебать, копать. Mid assist. Ладно. Я урон увеличен.
Witness my great undertaking.
Я урон.
Income. With sword from shadow.
Come into
Wind, hear me.
come into forth my blade. Live! Witness my great undertaking.
Speed of
Да ладно. Давай сюда.
Don't blink.
One with my blade. From whence you came.
Бесполезно побежал.
Come into be.
Incoming.
Live! Feel this ancient power. Live!
Пошли, пошли. Класс. М.
Burst forth. A touch of frost.
Speed of Wind, hear me.
Live! Moments of birth. Force my blade. Spirit blade. Attack!
Don't blink. With sword from shadow. Barbados, guide us.
Swift and merciful. Come into being. Moments of birth.
Don't blink.
Отлично. Возможные награды. Наебалово. Выпадает только вот это, блядь. Что за наебалово? Я не прав. Правда стоит тут.
To the chase. Incoming.
Burst forth.
Так, блядь. Быстро ты сделаешь. Основной. Где ты, блядь, парящий долбоёб?
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
падать. Твою мать. Блядь, ты пахнет. Блядь, да что ты? Такой... Вот.
Don't blink! Hey!
Look up there! That's the Jade Chamber! This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade... Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, let's look around. There has to be a way up...
Бля, летающий вулкан.
Burst forth.
Блять, ну серьезно, ну. Что оно того не стоило. Ну, иди нахуй. Даунделс. Класс. Играл с тобой уже, малыш. Ебать, туда как попасть. О! Ладно, надо сейчас в дворец попасть. Так, все. Идем.
Burst forth. Feel this ancient power.
Hear me! Cut to the chase!
A touch of frost. Fairy flame. A touch.
It comes!
О, блядь. Полезем так. Далеко.
Hey, look! There's some sort of mechanism thingy. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with it. Yes, this must be the way.
Speed of light.
Huh? It only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top and... Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it! Alright, let's follow... Oh. Hang up, looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong ballista. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? No. Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong ballista.
Убрал. Блядь, там всякие. Ёп, блядь, ты как...
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you We're invited guests. What makes you No. Wait. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a Millilith ambush here. Now Paimon's mad.
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at...
Well, here they come.
Come into being!
Don't blink.
Come into being!
Speed of light.
Who goes there? Attack!
Come into being. A touch of frost.
Take the target alive!
Полетел. Ой, блядство. Он не умер. Уловый. Ты, сука, уловая.
Come into being.
Who goes there? Attack!
Блять, ну просто я ненавижу эту игру, блять. Чего они не могут подняться? Мы заспавним фулоу.
Moment of birth.
Let the joy
Stop! What's all this about?
О, наконец-то.
Lady Kuching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guage.
Who are you calling strange? You want... We're invited guests, here to look for the Liyue.
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Oh!
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
Wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that occurrence. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
So this was all a misunderstanding? Paimon never would have...
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Qixing.
That was... Huh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to the Jade Chamber?
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue as well.
When you say protect, You're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up. I'll say it like it is.
Well, you've got a point. Still, this is the first time Paimon
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Chising? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is my— Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite— Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But how surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But the time of the Adepti has long passed.
Another.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor.
Favor? But, wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture. We need to get—
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide. Well then, may we meet again, traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last— Paimon has a feeling that it would be why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But Paimon's sure that we just need to make it with some boom shakalaka. Let's go gather ingredients. Time waits for no one.
Ох, класс. Ну, шоколадка, блядь. Луна, шоколадка, ебать. Я уже играю в эту чудную игру. Часа, блядь, пиздец.
Ooh, look at that slime. It looks crystal clear and very delicious. That's the one. Incoming. Huh? Is it just Paimon? Huh? Did you hear that? No! That was definitely— Uh-oh. It
Come to be! Force my blade! Submit for judgment! You're open!
I swear by my sword! Incoming.
You're open! You're open!
Speed of light.
Burst forth! Witness my great undertaking!
Speed flash.
This! Swift and merciful! Submit for judgment!
Incoming.
The hunter.
Nowhere to hide.
The hunter.
Don't blink.
You're open!
Thank you for your help, kind travelers.
I was...
I understand. Don't say that. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry, and I never expected that those treasure hoarders... Is there anything that you lack? Antiques?
Wait a moment.
Oh? And what might...
Do you have a box that can store presents?
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? Now just give me a moment, and I'll let the boss...
Great! Paimon's...
Oh.
Add Ash.
New stock at Seago Antiques? Jewelry's out of stock, but we have some new items in.
Hey there! A guy called Meng Dan told us that we...
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Thank you both for... Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. If anything were to happen to... Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's already been...
Yep. It's great! Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other...
Sure. Please help yourselves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make... It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime!
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this...
Jewelry's out of stock, but we have some new stock at Seago Antiques.
Feel free to take a look around. Incoming! According to Kuching, excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speak.
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
Блять, обнимал завтра.
It's Ningguang. Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this, I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon, and one day, I believe it will overshadow all 7. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu.
Wait, was Ver Goldet one of your people?
Just everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time.
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very... Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tibet. They built cities and nations on the corpse. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days. Gods that not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue. But the Order of another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relation, even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you... That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back. To play the spider while...
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong.
Окей.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make your—
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play,
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary wall?
why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have— But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching— You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messages to— But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even— Well, I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Leo's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurp— Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to— I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control—
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite, so they could— Wait, that's right.
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that—
It's all right. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick in—
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to— One of the sheets on that wall! Don't look at Paimon like that! One of these sheets of paper will— Just imagine. How— Let's grab one! The biggest one! Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go— La 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 la. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy? Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered— Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds, but research on the sigil of permission? Paimon wondered— Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the sigil of permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, you really— Well, should we not— Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang— That's way out of Paimon's league. Anyway, before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers.
Ух. Отлично. На, заебался. Уху, блядь.
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And, they look really mad at us, too.
From whence you came?
Wait, hear me.
Да ебать.
Live! Witness my great undertaking!
Don't blink. Nowhere to hide.
I must collect myself.
I swear by my sword.
Forth, my blade!
Incoming. I swear by my sword. Don't blink. Hey! Nowhere to hide. Speed of light.
One with my blade! Spirit blade!
Don't blink. Don't blink.
Finished.
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper. Paimon see. Oh, Paimon! But how did a relic of. Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the talismans like that, maybe the Fatui are being able to channel divine power in battle, and the plot thick. Alright, the last stop on our rite of parting preparation. Let's go!
Let's go. Куда-то нам let's go надо делать. Тростниковых островах. Блять.
Right on time. I myself only... Did you enjoy your visit?
It was so big and...
Indeed. Then you met with Ningguang?
She's super rich and so... Yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. She thinks...
Oh. So you also met with Keqing then?
She said the time of the...
Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a business. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she is... It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second.
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that.
That is how the Fatui have always been. No matter what they may be planning.
So, is there anything we need to...
Yes, as a matter of fact, they're...
Glaze lilies? Well, why did we come all the way out here? Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers.
No. Those lilies have all been... Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is before the Archon War. Dihua Marsh was all... Of course, there are some wild glaze lilies, but I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them.
So how good is your singing? Really?
We'll only know once she starts singing.
It's time to sing. Whenever you're ready. Da 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 da. What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand Fairly? Found me a scratch. Don't blink.
Coming to me! One with my blade!
Incoming. Nowhere to hide. Hey! Don't blink. Hey! Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't...
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long.
Well, that's...
Unfortunately...
That's so...
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What's her face?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way?
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems a little off about Gun. She's acting different from the...
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the...
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these...
Oh,
No, it's quite a... When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago... Yes. Now that the other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. He is merely 500 years old. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule.
So what do you think of...
Huh? As a mortal, I've never dared to, but as an Adeptus, I think...
Huh?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, Let's save that conversation. I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well.
Wow, so you really know your stuff?
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If you would excuse me.
And that just about does it, given the ease of picking glaze lily.
Yeah, Paimon can order.
I've had enough vent. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, so you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's alright. I think...
Окей. Блюйте. Давай, секундочку.
What happened? The city gate is swarming.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng funeral. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. However, both sides were quite obstinate.
It seems inevitable.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the
They're boneheaded.
And what now?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the action. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on...
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities.
Things are taking a turn for the... I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If you're trying...
So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see, though, he must be waiting for them. But where could we find... Where would he go at a time like this?
Только в одно место. В какое же, блядь, место? Скоро будет босс-файт. Ну, пошли, сходим на босс-файт.
Speed of light.
Так и левел. А чё это? Это надо было давно пройти с отрекомендованным матрица.
Wow. It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was... This is where all of Tevat's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few more... Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. But even if we can't or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora! Oh, right! That gets quiet. Too quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon, quick! We have to...
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really...
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, she will get that which she desires. I'm not asking. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to either way, we now come to the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that...
When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the south. When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blade.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever...
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just... Besides, you could never defeat me. Not even in your... fighting talk,
Ух, понятно.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. How unbecoming.
Barbados, guide us.
One with my blade. Spirit blade.
Don't blink.
Cowering already?
Coming to be. Witness my great undertaking.
Don't blink. Hey!
Run all you like. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. You've got a trick or two. Aha! Good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. Raging tide.
Да ты задолбал, сколько здесь атаковать где-то.
Run out. Force. A touch of frost. Submit for judgment.
Beat up the pace.
Burst forth.
Ну, естественно, только я прожал круги, блядь, прям будет.
Nowhere to hide.
No use hiding back there.
In comes.
A touch of frost.
You've got some skills.
Burst forth. Witness my great undertaking.
Блять, я вроде победил, нет?
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Ля какой, а?
This is going to cost you! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Simply move faster? Or did you leave me in position regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. The Gnosis is now. Don't make me take it from you.
We didn't take it!
Burst forth.
Incoming!
Come into being. Spirit Flame.
Speed of light! Got lucky that time. Nowhere to hide. Speed of...
Burst forth. Burst for moments of birth.
Don't blink! Hey! Incoming! Barbados, guide us. Speed of...
Burst forth. Die here.
Speed of light. With sword comes shadow.
Live.
Income. Hey!
Come into being. Feel the sage of power.
Speed of light. Hey!
You're cut above.
И чё?
Look! Child's back to normal again.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Senora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. I absolutely detest working with those who are weaker than I. The truth is, the world belongs to those of us who desire to become strong. I seldom willingly mingle with any dull and boring weaklings who think otherwise. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How could an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing. Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
Прикольно, прикольно.
Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we We really wouldn't have known which way. Did we make it in time?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Leela? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much, which is why we must stop that monster before it gets...
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like... So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here...
We've already discussed this together, and our
What? Wait, all of you are supposed...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a...
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. We haven't a moment to spare. Yep.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong Ballista!
Окей, будем бить.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Nowhere to hide.
Looks like I went too far. Finally, some quiet.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Охуеть.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How dare.
Ёбаный рот, блин.
Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Sting!
Peter Blood!
Блять, домашний башня.
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is just the energy. That light from your body. It's like the tide to your cars. Wow, it's Madam Pink's shockwave. This granny's really strong.
You're not going anywhere. Put your back into it. Shield to the wall.
А, ты заебал, блядь, морозит мне. Хуел, блядь.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Granny's like in a fight.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast.
О, станина не кончается, что сам.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use that back.
Don't blink.
Come at the beam.
This isn't good.
To the chase. Over
Ись. Вот, ись ты, блядь.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
With swords and shadows.
Well, I guess.
Cut to the chase. Incoming. The Fatui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades. Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working. We just need to keep this up.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Ого. Отлично. Как же долго я пройти эту сюжетку, да?
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land.
Are you questioning our means of protecting?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had but I dared not speak. I could only.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks, although I am a mere mortal soldier.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down?
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Aw.
You see, this is what Liyue is. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer, although their blood is weak. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place.
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror. Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons mean. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new... Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, but how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to...
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was of... Oh, right! It's nice that Child wanted to unleash the god, so he could lure Rex... But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need... Paimon doesn't get it. But
Okay.
isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of partying that... You're organizing?
Чё там
No
говорили?
idea where Zhang
Уж
Li's
часа
going.
играю, охуеть.
Let's ask for him at Wangshan Funeral Parlor.
Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhang Li.
Unfortunately, Zhang Li isn't here at the moment. It seems...
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the... Last time we saw Zhang Li was before we went to... Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? We had better go and make sure...
You call this cooperation between Harbingers. Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit...
Paimon knew that we should never have tried.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never... Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together. Nothing personal. We just have different views. The real deceivers here are Signora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat!
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes.
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best, as you know. I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant. I stood motionless among the...
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, was Liyue the city I had dwelt in for so long? So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Chising. Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to...
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply...
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents.
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, they exerted the great... And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract, Signora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the traditions of Liyue in this These things were all a part of my script. I had expected them to do no more than They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protector.
Huh? That doesn't sound...
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take...
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least...
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this. Wreaking havoc and turning... If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god,
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zappolyarny Palace.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not...
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair...
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, my agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa, you uncover that answer for yourself.
Ох, я за все, блядь. Мухиш. Наебалово.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Well, since we're going... So Rex Lapis is real... Oh, come on. There's only one real possibility. Fatui. Shh.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just...
Yes, and to
Say, do you think...
now that you mention it, that I mean it all fit. Still, what's...
Ah, forget it. Guess it...
Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars ageless as the gods and adepti live glory, rumors and hearsay abound on the street, having been thwarted in his trial. Rex Lapis's soul has nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Это.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said. So that something feels off. Why would they... Could the Qixing already have... Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his nose... Exactly, right? Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning...
3,700 years of contracts burnt and...
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But
the long, unending dream of our Archon walking...
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as...
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She...
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And that... Name your price.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Ого.
But it seemed... Well, that's fine.
Perhaps...
you were...
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is come, and here you are looking all
Why would... Right. If the two of you can spare the time.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to something.
You're right. I do like the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth, when I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my...
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money. The Archon Morax could never... I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. That is true. I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. Yes, the nation has been closed, the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among local...
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the shogun of the Inazuma Bakufu...
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is... Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control. But if a person shows true strength, this is what visions are. Magical foci.
That's how people...
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun
Vision hunt?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions with...
They want to seize visions.
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is...
Whoa!
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, knowing her, she must have again 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, each... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Ah, that was a good one. Failing, that said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident, I hinted as much to the Adepti. How did I accomplish that, you ask? All right then. Was there anything else?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement...
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm... All right then. Was there anything else you wish? The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue... Kuching is absolutely right in... Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, could the original person who brought... All right then. Was there anything...
That's right. Zhongli, now that you do... Since Morax is dead... Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operation.
This is terrible!
Yes, this is indeed a... well...
Then, did you...
Oh, a private fund. It's...
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right then. Was there anything... Well then. I suppose you'll have to find...
Отлично. Ух, ебать. И чё, с опозданием? Всё, ладно. Каместь. На окончить.